Good morning, Breakfast Clubbers. I'm here just outside the small village of Poole in Wharfedale this morning, and I'm checking out this place just behind me. It's Leathley Farm Shop and Café. I've seen good things online. I've heard good things about the breakfast, so we're going to check them out. Let's go! Good morning, how you doing? Yes, today I'm just outside the small village of Poole in Wharfedale, West Yorkshire, and I'm here to check out the full English offering here at this roadside farm shop and cafe. Aside the veggie option, there's the regular full English on the menu today, priced at £15.95, which consists of 2 bacon, 2 sausage, a choice of scrambled or fried egg, beans, mushrooms, tomato, black pudding, hash brown, and toast. Although not on the menu, fried bread is available on request. Drinks are extra, so as usual, it's a pot of tea for me, priced at £2.95. It's just after opening time on a Saturday morning, and the cafe is beginning to fill, but it doesn't take too long for my breakfast to arrive, so it's time to tuck in.
Hiya.
Breakfast.
Brilliant.
Do you want any sauces? Sorry.
No, I'm fine, thank
Are
you.
you sure?
Yeah,
Enjoy.
cheers. This breakfast comes out well balanced on a large round plate, with everything given its own space. Nothing's piled up or crammed together, and that instantly gives it that tidy, inviting look you tend to see in cafes that take pride in simple, straightforward plating. The beans are served in a large ramekin, which keeps the rest of the plate clean and stops that bean juice from creeping into other items. A small detail, but one that makes a big difference to the overall look. Score 9 out of 10. Right then, let's kick things off with a tomato. We've got a single half tomato on the plate today, served piping hot with a soft, juicy, fleshy texture. It's been well seasoned during the cook, giving the flavour a really enjoyable, peppery lift that cuts through the rest of the plate nicely. It's a strong start, it's just a shame the other half isn't there to go with it. Score 8 out of 10. Moving on, let's talk about that fried bread. We've got 2 slices of thinly sliced standard white bread here, cooked well done to the point where they've taken on a dark golden colour with a proper glistening finish. They're extremely crispy all the way through, no soft spots, no bend, just full crunch from edge to edge. It's a little too well done for my personal preference, but take nothing away from it, it still does the job, and it acts brilliantly as a base for the egg and beans later on. Score 7 out of 10. Next up, the fried egg. We've got just a single fried egg on the plate, and it's being cooked really nicely. The white is thin with a crispy, well-coloured outer edge. The yolk has been basted over before plating, leaving it glossy and perfectly set on top. Cutting in releases a pool of soft, hot, runny, deep golden yolk. Exactly the kind of moment you look forward to for dipping with a toast or fried bread. Score 9 out of 10. As we prepare for those dipping delights, let's turn our attention to the toast. We've got a single slice of lightly toasted white bread, served dry with its butter portion on the side, and once you get that butter worked in and let it settle for a moment, the toast still keeps a good, steady structure. It's great for dipping into that rich egg yolk, and it does a solid job mopping up the leftover moisture from the mushrooms, which we'll get onto next. Score 7 out of 10. Let's shift over now then to those aforementioned mushrooms. And we've got a good sized portion of mushrooms. There's a notable mix of half, quartered and sliced pieces, almost as if whoever was on prep duty fancied shaking things up a bit. The variety actually works in their favour, giving a nice mix of textures across the portion. They're seasoned well and cooked to a solid standard, carrying a soft buttery glaze while still holding a firm enough bite to feel substantial. My only gripe is the amount of water they've left behind on the plate. There's a fair bit of it wandering around, but thankfully the hash brown and toast have stepped in to soak up most of it before it causes too much havoc. Score 8 out of 10. Now it's time to check in on the bacon. And there's 2 smallish rashers of back bacon on the plate today, and it's immediately clear they're top quality. Both slices are thick and meaty with that deep pink colouring. They're nicely lean too, with a good sear across the surface and a crisp finish on the fatty edges. That little bit of crispiness adds a lovely salty lift to each bite and rounds the whole thing off really well. Score 9 out of 10. Now then, it's time to release the beans. And there's a generous portion of beans, and they come with plenty of that classic tomato sauce that spreads nicely across the plate. The beans themselves are exactly as you'd expect, but it's a sauce that does the heavy lifting here, bringing a bit of warmth and sweetness to the mix. It ends up pairing brilliantly with the fried bread, which soaks it up and makes both elements that bit more satisfying. It's one of those simple combinations that quietly lifts the whole plate without demanding any attention. Score 8 out of 10. Moving across to the hash brown now, and it's a single thick hash brown. It looks the part with its crisp, flaky exterior. The only downside is the underside, which has taken on a bit of sogginess after sitting in that mushroom water. Thankfully, the rest of it still delivers a proper crunch when you cut in, giving you that satisfying contrast. Inside, it's soft and steamy, and you can see it's picked up a touch of colour from the moisture it's absorbed. Even with that bit of interference, there's still plenty of flavour to enjoy. Score 8 out of 10. Right then, on to the black pudding. And this is a seriously hefty round of black pudding we've got today. The kind that immediately looks like it's been made in-house, rather than pulled from a packet. It's taken on a lovely colour during the cook, with a lightly set exterior that gives way to a soft, sticky centre as soon as you cut in. The texture and flavour exude absolute perfection, rich, balanced, and gives you the impression this place knows how to handle their pudding. Yet another perfect pud. Score 10 out of 10. Let's turn our attention now to the sausages. And we've got 2 thick pork links, both showing off that deep dark colouring you get from a proper sear. One of them leans a touch towards the overdone side, but it hasn't caused any issues inside. Cutting in, they're soft with a juicy meaty filling. Flavour-wise, you get that full pork hit you expect, starting gently and building as you work your way through. Score 8 out of 10. Now then, let's talk value for money. At £15.95, this breakfast sits a touch higher than what I'd usually expect to pay for something of this size and quality. Maybe £1 or £2 above the mark. We have had similar plates elsewhere for noticeably less, so it does land in the pricier bracket. That said, judging by how busy the cafe is, the price clearly isn't scaring anyone off. People know what they're getting and seem more than happy to pay for the quality. It's one of those situations where the value isn't in the number, but in the confidence the regulars have in what's being served. Score 6 out of 10. Time to tally up all those points now, and after chucking those scores into our number cruncher, Leathley Farm Shop and Café comes out with a total of 97 points out of a maximum of 120. And converting that into a percentage, today's final Breakfast Club score is 80.8%, putting them just on the cusp of our great rating bracket. And looking at the leaderboard now, and although that's a great score today, it just falls short of making it into the top 10. Still, another cracking effort. And that brings us to the end of today's visit to Leathley Farm Shop and Café. It's a cracking little spot to spend a slow weekend morning. There's a real charm to cafes like this. Straightforward, welcoming, and clearly appreciated by the people who drop in regularly. I always enjoy these countryside stops, a change of scenery, a solid breakfast, and a chance to see how different places put their own stamp on the full English. It's been another enjoyable visit and a great way to kick off the day. So if you've enjoyed this video and you like what we're doing, the best way to support us is to like, share and subscribe. It's free to do and really helps the channel grow. And as always, may your bacon be sizzling, your fried bread golden and your yolks runny. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out one of our other reviews showing on screen right now. So that was my breakfast here at Leathley Farm Shop and Café this morning. What do you think of that one? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.